Coming up on the Sports Desk, find out how some young students in Torrance got a chance to show off their skills on the track and field. Plus, see how the class of 2017 has done its part in putting the city of Torrance on the map. These stories and a whole lot more coming your way right now. Welcome to the Sports Desk. I am your host, Byron Newsome. All eyes on me. And if they're not, catch me on Instagram and Twitter. That's at Byron Newsome TV. Make sure you send me pictures, videos, and all that kind of stuff, and I will get you on the Sports Desk. Now, after securing their first Pioneer League title in 3 years, the Torrance Tartars came into this year's playoffs with high hopes. But the Santa Fe Chiefs came to town and upset the Tartars in the first round by a score of 2-1. Tough loss and tough ending to a great season for the hometown boys. But even after an early exit from the playoffs, the Tartar baseball team is still making headlines. Travis Martisia, class of 2017, was named Pioneer League MVP. He played pitcher and first base for the Gray and Burgundy. He started the season as the closer until ace Alex Gallegos, whom I will be speaking of in greater detail shortly, went down with a knee injury. Martisia took over as the starting pitcher, going 3-0, 2 saves, 47 strikeouts, and 39 innings on the season. Martisia will be continuing his baseball career at Sacramento State next season. Another Tartar taking center stage, Noah Ishikawa won Co-Most Outstanding Player of the Year award, along with Taylor Pro from West High. Ishikawa manned center field and batted .354 for Torrance, while Pro helped the pitching staff with a 5-1 record and a 1.11 ERA. He also batted .286 for the Warriors. And even with all the great players they had, you gotta have a coach that can move the pieces around so they can execute. Well, the coach who did that the best, first-year head coach Terry DeWan, he is the Pioneer League Coach of the Year. He led the Tartars to a 22-12 overall record, a 7-1 league record, and a Pioneer League title to boot. Here is a look at the rest of the talented local baseball players making All-League. From North High, we have a couple of sophomores, some young talent that just might get the Saxons the shot they need to have a league title for the next few years. Cole and DeVolge and Thomas Bainton, along with senior outfielder Brett Takauchi. From South, the outfield will be well taken care of next year as juniors. Jake McNally and Ryan Wilmoth make league first team along with senior pitcher Ian Brady. The Tartars will be losing a lot of talent from this year's championship team. Kai Hirschberger will be back, but gone are Taishi Nakawaki and Dante Mendoza. Mendoza is a 6'6" pitcher who was drafted in the 12th round of last week's MLB draft. Yes, the former Torrance Tartar was drafted by the Cleveland Indians with a 372nd overall pick. He has some college options, but could choose to move on through the minors for the Indians. The West Warriors have 2 seniors and a junior making first team. Daniel Parr and Sean Worley and Grant DeCatro were a big part of why West was only 1 game away from clinching the Pioneer League title. Now to the players that made All-League second team. From North, more underclassmen. I'm telling you, they are going to be stacked over the next 2 years. Turtle Alvarez, the best name ever, Turtle Alvarez, Kyle Haite, and Brian Rodriguez looking good for the Saxons. Senior Nathan Pritchett, who pitched and played outfield for the Spartans, gets a second team nod as well, along with junior Kevin Ishimara. For the league champs, infielder Logan Young makes second team along with senior Alex Gallegos. Now, Gallegos as the starting pitcher for the Tartars this year, he was the starting pitcher. He had a 4-0 record with a 1.03 ERA before tearing his ACL and ending his season about a month ago. Head coach Terry DeWan said Gallegos was a shoo-in to be drafted before his injury. Well, if the shoe fits and the St. Louis Cardinals believe it does, Gallegos, the 6'3" tall pitcher, was taken in the 35th round by the Redbirds. Terry DeWan was the pitching coach at Torrance before taking over as head coach last season, and he could not be more proud of his boys for making their dreams come true. Rounding out our list of all Pioneer Leaguers, sophomore Kyle Sanandris and senior pitcher Adam Gonzalez grabbed second-team nods for the 21-11 West Warriors. While getting a first or second-team nod in league play is a major accomplishment, getting awarded for your play among players from an entire region, that takes it up a notch. And just in case you didn't know, we've got some of the best girls softball players, teams, and coaches right here in California, taking the South Bay, not just league, but the South Bay All-Area Coach of the Year award from our CIF Southern Section champion, South Spartans, Tony Flores Jr. Flores took a 12-13 team and turned them into a CIF champion team a year later. The Spartans finished with a 24-7-1 record on their way to a school's first CIF title. The interesting thing about Coach Flores and his coaching staff is that they're like family. I mean, literally family. He's there, you see him in the top right corner, but on his coaching staff are his dad and his two sisters. They're both part of the Spartan coaching staff. Congratulations to the Flores family. Well, the coaches wouldn't be able to win Coach of the Year awards without the players that can play, making South Bay All-Area First Team from North High, Abby Alexander. Alexander batted .437 with 27 RBIs and 29 runs scored for the Co-Pioneer League champion North Saxons. West has some young ladies returning that could put the Warriors on top next year. Becca Chung and Maylee Newman, both juniors, making first team. Chung led the Pioneer League with 10 home runs and 40 RBIs, while Newman picked up 22 wins from the mound and struck out 205 batters. Yeah, they were one game from the CIF championship game, and they will both be back next year. Watch out for West in 2018. You heard it here first. Also making first team from Bishop, and here she's on her way to UCLA. Zia Norris repping the Knights. She had 9 homers and batted .534. She basically got a hit 53% of the time she was at bat. The Bruins are going to love her. From the CIF Southern Section, South Spartans, the champions, we have a young lady that pitched her way into everyone's hearts, Maddie Stockslot. She struck out 228 batters for the season, but 64 of those came in the 5 playoff games that led the Spartans to that 2017 CIF title. Shelby Yonkin helped the Spartans with her batting .411, 23 RBIs, and 11 runs for the year. 3 more local players made South Bay All-Area second team, another Spartan and only a freshman this year. Sophia Fernandez batted .519 with 2 round trippers and 28 RBIs for South. Then there was Britt Jamalin, a senior catcher for the Tartars. She batted .403 and picked up 11 walks on the season. That means she had a good eye. You see, she could see ball and everything. And finally, Kendra Marzarini did it with her arm and the bat. 15 wins as pitcher while batting .382 with 13 runs batted in. On the boys' side, we've got a few athletes making first team. Bishop Montgomery's Desmond Gates makes the list. Gates, who had 24 steals and a school record 34 runs scored for the Knights, is taking his speed up the freeway to play at CSUN next spring. Only 2 other players from the area made South Bay first team, both from Torrance High. Noah Ishikawa, Pioneer League co-most outstanding player, and he did his thing at the plate and on the mound while leading the team in stolen bases. And Travis Martezia, who batted .338 for the Tartars and, like I mentioned earlier, was a Pioneer League MVP. A couple other players got second team honors. Sophomore Cole Andavolgi from North. This young man is going to be good, very good. He was top 5 in batting average, RBIs, home runs, and on-base percentage. Remember his name. Also, the young man drafted by the Cardinals, Alex Gallegos, makes the list along with Taylor Pro and Sean Worley from West. Pro led the Warriors pitching staff with 52 Ks, while Worley pitched for 5 wins and 6 saves on the season. Whew! I know you're thinking, man, that was a lot of players getting all these awards. Yes, many of our local athletes had great seasons and were recognized for that. Their teams may not have reached their ultimate goal, though. Well, South softball team had the individual accolades as well as the team success that all schools hope for. The Spartans softball team was recognized as a whole at the June 16th Los Angeles Angels game. The Angels hosted the Kansas City Royals, and our ladies got the Royal treatment. The CIF champions were brought down to the field and applauded for their historic season. Congratulations to the Spartan Nation and to our own Laura Smilkstein. She gave me the inside scoop on that. And Stacy Averill, thanks for the photos. From softball, we go to volleyball, boys volleyball. We had 2 teams make it to the Final Four, and 1 even made it to the championship game in their division. So what great team success? When you have great team success, it comes with great individual success as well. And what greater individual success than to win league MVP and all-area player of the year. Cole Cooch is a 3-sport standout at South High. He's the kicker and punter on the football team, the goalkeeper on the soccer team, and the man on the volleyball team. The 6'3" junior led Pioneer League champion South to the CIF Division II semifinals, where they lost to Notre Dame. And here is a look at the rest of the area standouts for boys volleyball. First up, Coach Kevin Norman for Bishop wins Coach of the Year after losing 7 of their first 9 matches of the season. Coach Norman was able to get his team turned around to make an unbelievable march all the way to the Division III championship game. Under Norman, the Knights won 17 of their last 21 matches. Now for the players making these coaches look so good, 3 players from the area made first team. Coach Norman had a lot of help from senior Ben Crocker. His play and leadership will be missed next year. Then from South, Corey Hutchinson and Luke Kuzmarczyk. Both are juniors, and if you remember, Player of the Year League MVP Cole Cooch is a junior as well. So it looks like South will be set up for the come-up next year. The West Warriors, who finished the season 19-12 and made it to the second round of CIF, will be losing a good player in Noah Carroll. Carroll was also a sharpshooter for the Warriors basketball team. Bennett Nix, a junior, will be back next year, while the Saxons will be losing standout player Cruz Padilla from their 10-13 squad. And I can see it now. Coach of the Year Kevin Norman will be smiling again next year. 3 underclassmen from Bishop made second team all-area. Josh Crocker, his brother, made first team, so it's in the blood, you know. Crockers, they can play some volleyball. Well, he's just a junior next year. He's going to be back, while Sam Hayes and Daniel Matheny will be back as seniors trying to take Bishop back to the title game and bring home the trophy. So Torrance athletes wrapped up the league awards, the all-area awards, everything. But what could we do if we were paired up against all of Southern California? I mean, from way up to Ventura County all the way down to San Diego, the entire SoCal region. Could the city of Torrance stand out among so many? Why, yes, it could, and it did. We represented well at this year's 2nd annual SoCal Prep Legends Award ceremony, the event that featured KABC sportscaster Rob Fukuzaki as well as ex-Laker and Hall of Famer James Worthy was held at the Sports Museum of Los Angeles on June 11th. The event honored Southern California's top high school athletes. South High's soccer team, Claire Grauwicker, she was a star on the team, won CIF Player of the Year and was nominated for Top Female Athlete of the Year in that category. And Bishop Montgomery's Ethan Thompson, Player of the Year for CIF, he was nominated for Top Male Athlete of the Year. We didn't come away with any one of those, but we did come away with Coach of the Year. Doug Mitchell was Coach of the Year. He is the best coach ever. Doug Mitchell led this team to an unbelievable 31-2 record. They won the championship. They beat, remember Chino Hills, the Ball brothers? They beat them, beat Mater Dei with Manute Bow's son, Bowl. Unbelievable finish to the season. Congratulations, Coach Mitchell, for a great season with the Knights. Still to come on the Sports Desk, before the high school kids we just talked about were all-area and all-state players, they were young kids just looking to play with other kids. Well, see how Torrance Unified is giving the next crop of local athletes a place to burn some energy, have a little fun, and play with kids from all over the city. That story and more when we come back. But before we go to break, we're not just talented in the land. Torrance has skills in the water as well. And here's a list of our boys and girls all-area swim team. We will be right back.
40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
Here at Chop Jr., we're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
The thrill of riding in cars with kids. The importance of doing it safely.
Welcome to the wide world of car seats. Up next is Juan, competing in the right car seat challenge.
On your mark, get set, go!
Juan's kid is 6 years old. Important info, but that doesn't tell Juan which seat to choose.
Ooh, nice move getting her height. But he'll need one more thing.
That's it, her weight. But wait, what's he doing now?
You know, it looks like he's checking the size limits for each seat.
He's reading it. He seems to be making up his mind.
Yes, he's chosen the right seat for her age, height, and weight.
Now comes the final hurdle, registering it with the manufacturer. And he's registered! Congrats, Juan. You are a car seat champion.
For more car seat safety excitement, go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Welcome back, and you already know the drill. You can see me here now, but I'm always on Instagram and Twitter. That's at Byron Newsome TV. Find out what's going on with us, and let me know what's going on with you. Send me videos and pics from your games, and I will get you on the sports desk. Now, when I was in elementary school, I thought that my school was the only school that existed. I mean, I knew there were others, but my school was the best. We knew it. Our parents knew it. And if I had a chance to show all the other elementary schools that we were number one, I would have been on the front line leading the charge. Well, the elementary school kids here in our area got that chance. The Torrance Unified School District and the Torrance Rotary Club teamed up to hold its 13th annual elementary school track and field meet. The event was held on June the 9th at West Torrance High School. 16 of the 17 City of Torrance elementary schools competed in this year's competition. From the 50-yard dash to relays to long jumps, the kids got a chance to compete, have fun, all at the same time.
It's just a way for our kids to have the opportunity to show different things than just academics and different things that they do at school, but be able to be athletic and root on their team, collaborate together. It builds team building, and it's just exciting for the kids. They love it every year and look forward to it.
From the little kids up to the big ones, the El Camino College will say goodbye to longtime athletic specialist Carolyn Biedler after this season. But after 32 years with El Camino College, she will never be forgotten. And just to make sure, the athletic director, Colin Preston, announced that the current El Camino Female Athlete of the Year Award would now be called the Carolyn Biedler Female Athlete of the Year Award. The first recipient of that award goes to former South Spartan Taylor Bryden. She helped lead the Elko Warriors to a third-place finish in the JUCO Volleyball State Championship this past fall. Another Warrior blazing a path to never be forgotten, Trevor Casanova. Casanova was picked up by the Seattle Mariners in the 14th round of this year's MLB draft. Casanova becomes the first Elko player to be drafted after his last season with the Warriors, since pitcher Kyle Petter was taken in 2010. The Warrior catcher was selected 423rd overall on the final day of the draft. Well, that's going to do it for today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And make sure you join us next time, because you know we've got the Torrance sports scene on lock, from the little kids all the way up to the big kids. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to sprinkle your school spirit my way, and I'll be sure to get you on. That's going to do it for the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Byron Newsome. Keep rising to the top, Torrance. We'll see you next time.